What's up, everybody? My name is Anthony, and for today's video, we are back on the Rose Talks channel. Now, we got an awesome video for today. I actually thought of this after I just hit that shot that you guys may or may not have seen. If you guys didn't see it, here it is. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about how I made $100,000 off of Pokemon cards. Now, this is such a crazy concept. Like, this is absolutely insane. I don't know, like, what timeline are we living in where we're making, like, six figures off of Pokemon cards? I really don't get it. It's pretty insane, but we're going to be talking about that today. This is definitely a different type of video because it's talking about Pokemon, and I don't normally talk about Pokemon anymore on my channels because people just don't like it. But hopefully you guys think this is interesting because I like Pokemon and I like trading cards. So there you go. But anyways, this story starts a long time ago. Basically, I was a kid at one point, and I had a cousin who collected like the base set first edition stuff, and he gave me some cards when I was really young, and that definitely got me hooked because I thought it was like a cool little gift. And then from then, I literally, every time I'd have a soccer game, my mom and I would go to like Target or something and get packs of trading cards. Now this was, dude, this was like EX era. This was maybe Wizards of the Coast era, like the end of it, if I can remember correctly. Maybe not, but it was like EX, Ruby Sapphire, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Diamond Pearl. That was really when I was collecting a lot of trading cards, and my mom was like actually willing to buy me stuff back then because it was a lot, dude. Every weekend, if I had a soccer game, I had to get Pokemon cards, and they weren't, I mean, they were cheap back then, kind of, but I mean, it was still pretty expensive. You know, my family wasn't a bunch of millionaires, so, you know, any money on Pokemon cards was money kind of lost, but it really wasn't because now the cards are worth a lot, if you get what I'm saying. So kind of a good investment. But anyways, I'm yapping, dude. From a young age, I liked collecting things, and those things happened to be Pokemon cards. Then I stopped, as most people do. You know, you get bullied. I mean, I got bullied at least for collecting Pokemon cards and whatever. My friends swindled me, bro. I tried to make friends. I gave them good cards and stuff like that, and it was just super dumb. I was kind of an idiot. Never really faded out completely from Pokemon. I, like, always bought the games. My mom would literally buy me every new Pokemon game that came out. She'd buy me the new consoles to play them on. Like, that's all I wanted was Pokemon and Call of Duty, man. Those were my, like, two gaming things that I really liked. Then the Pokemon card resurgence happened, and maybe, like, 2019, 2020 or something. But this is, like, way down the line. I'm now an adult. You know, I'm out of college. I'm doing my grown-up thing. And Pokemon cards become, like, super sought after again. And I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? I kind of want to get some. So I start buying a bunch. I start collecting. I pulled a Moonbreon, which maybe I'll upload that video on one of my extras channels because that was absolutely insane for the time. I think I have the video somewhere, and if I don't, I'll definitely find it and repost it somewhere at least so people could see it. But I pulled that card, and that really got me started, bro, because that was my first, like, VMAX alt art. Back then, I think it was, like, maybe $400, if I can recall, which was, like, insane for the time. I mean, that was insane to me. Like a $300 Pokemon card in my hands. Unreal. And then I had to up the ante, of course, because when you do something crazy, you got to do something crazier. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not content with, like, settling for that. We got to go even harder. So I bought a Pokemon card that was like $1,400. And you might be thinking, that's crazy. That's somebody's rent. And you're right. It's absolutely insane. And to this day, I actually can't believe I did it because not only did I buy that card, I also bought like another $400 card. So I spent like almost $2,000 on cards in like 1 or 2 days. And they were both graded cards too, so there was a little bit more value there, but it was still actually a crazy decision. Meanwhile, I'm spending literally tens of thousands of dollars a month on just like not graded cards. So just like buying packs, buying ETBs, booster boxes, everything like that. And I'm just ripping them, man. I'm not saving anything. Like, I could have, like, hundreds of thousands of more dollars if I saved them. But we're not, hey, you know, people see it as an investment. I saw it as a fun time, man. I saw it as a fun time, and I don't regret that. I never will regret it, dude. I love opening up packs. It's so much fun. Because if you pull a good card, it's great. And if you don't, you just open 300 more packs, and then you still don't pull stuff, and you're like, what's going on with my life? So, yeah, that resurgence dies, and everything chilled out again for another couple years. And then I don't know why, but last year when I was really sick, I decided to start buying up cards that I really wanted because I had the money. Now, I'm pretty sure at this time I was on antidepressants. So again, if you guys heard me talk about that stuff in a video or on one of my Instagram lives, like I was pretty desensitized to stuff, or at least it felt that way. Like I didn't have like any worry about things. It was such a weird feeling, but I just wasn't worried about stuff. So I ended up spending like 30 grand in 2 or 3 months on all of the Sword and Shield alt arts and a bunch of other cards. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not stop there. swear, I kept buying for the next like 5 to 6 months. I probably spent like 50 to 60K on cards, and it was unreal. Then, of course, you guys saw that I went broke on that one trading card site where you can pull cards like online and everything. Crazy idea, super fun, but it's very addicting. Lost a lot of money doing that because I no longer had the cash in my bank account, but obviously I did have the luxury assets, which are Pokemon cards, sitting in my closet, which is dope. The problem with it, though, and I say problem because this is why I kept spending, is that I would get the cards and these prices would go up like 3x. Like, I'm not even joking. I would spend $600 on a card, and within like 4 or 5 months, it would go up to $2,000, which is absolutely insane. And this happened for a bunch of cards. I actually bought a sequential set of cards, and now if you don't know what a sequential set is, it's basically that the 2 cards get graded sequentially by PSA, and if they come back both 10s, then the price goes up because it's sequential. And I graded, like, it's called the Altomares, Latios, and Latios, right? And they're so dope. It's like, they're kind of like crystal cards. If you guys know what the Crystal Charizard is, it's kind of like that. And I was just like hyped to buy them. It was a sequential set for $2,800. Tell me why that set now goes for like $7,300 to $7,500, probably more because they're sequential. Like, each one of those cards is like $3,500 a piece. And that happened in like 4 or 5 months. So I went from $2,800 to potentially $8 grand. And now I'm just gonna be honest, that stuff is rare. Like, that doesn't always happen. However, pretty much every good card has gone up a lot. And of course, you have the fluctuations, but I'm pretty sure every good card has stayed up. I actually only think if you want to look at like a couple cards as investments are like, I don't know, the Skuntank from Sword and Shield and like a couple of those alt-arts because I bought them to just complete the set. I wasn't even trying to invest. Actually, scratch that. The only card that I actually bought because I thought it was going to go up was the Mewtwo from Shining Legends, I think. I think that's the set it's from. It's the Mewtwo. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. It's a super dope card. But yeah, that was like the one card I bought because I knew it was going to go up. I paid $2 grand for it. It's like $3,700 now, which is crazy because it's just Pokemon cards, and of course they're graded, so they come with, you know, more of a premium, but it's just actually so insane. And I'm not gonna lie, the response from people around me wasn't the greatest when I was buying all of these Pokemon cards because I was losing a lot of cash. My accountant was mad at me, my mom was mad at me, I had a lot of people thinking I was being really dumb, but now I have like $150,000 in assets that I can sell. I've already sold a few of the cards and I've made like 20 grand probably from them. So like, I know I can sell this stuff. You're like, oh, who's gonna buy them? Everybody. A lot of people want this stuff. And if the card's not like 30 grand, you can probably sell it pretty quickly, either on eBay or at a card shop, because card shop owners know that people are going to buy these cards because they are extremely sought after right now. Please don't do what I did, by the way, because this is part of the reason why I legitimately went broke. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? The upside's been pretty crazy. Not everything went crazy in the beginning. I'm not going to lie. Like, I just spent a bunch of money and had the cards valued at the same thing, so I didn't make anything. Now we're chilling, which is good, thank God. I'll probably post a little screenshot of my collector thing. But anyways, guys, that is how I made over $100,000 from Pokemon cards. It's absolutely stupid. Some people may argue with me and say, oh, well, you didn't liquidate it, so you didn't actually make the $100,000 yet. And to be honest, if I liquidated everything, I'd probably make over 100K. Hey, we're being humble, okay? Just let me make the title what I want to make the title, and we're chilling. I also just want to say this is not a flex video because, like I said, I don't have cash. I'm still kind of a little bit broke. I just have a lot of money in Pokemon cards, so that's, yeah. So anyways, yes, a lot of money in Pokemon cards, pretty dope. Mama, I'm sorry I spent so much on Pokemon cards, and now let's hit a trick shot. That's not bad. Hey, I mean, there you go, bro. Oh, I did right on him. Okay. That was surprising. Thanks for watching, everybody. Straight up Tomahawk trick shot. Made 100K off Pokemon cards. If it did, like, hold up. Just because, like, dude, people are going to be weird. Like, people are going to be weird. Have a good one.